Good morning. Welcome to Hope's Devotion on this Wednesday, June the 16th. My sister Erlene has a new great-granddaughter, Evie. Erlene makes a blanket for each new child. This week she picked out the material for Evie's blanket. It has colorful butterflies which will span across the front of the blanket, and then she will back it with a soft yellow material. Sounds beautiful, doesn't it? Maybe you or your children, grandchildren, or even great-grandchildren have or have had a favorite blankie. I've seen children sucking their thumb and rubbing their blanket for comfort, or hugging it at night in their bed to feel secure in the dark. Do you have memories like that? In Cincinnati, there was a woman, Mrs. Mercer, and she made quilts. She loved to make quilts. That was her ministry. She made many of them for me to give to the babies in NICU, and we would drape them over the infants' isolettes, and sometimes I would find the moms wrapped in them while they napped beside their babies. The families were always so appreciative, and they took the quilts home with them. Mrs. Mercer made all the members of her family one too, and I was told that when her family gathered at her graveside after her funeral, they all brought their quilts, and there was an array of colors surrounding the site. A great tribute to a great lady. I don't remember having a special blanket or quilt when I was little, but I do remember sitting in my grandmother's lap, wrapped in her arms, while she hugged me close and rocked back and forth in her rocking chair. It was calming and comforting, and I felt loved and protected. The warmth and the rhythmic cadence of the rocking soon relaxed me, and I would fall blissfully asleep, free from any worry or strife that I had been feeling. As an adult, when you're feeling overwhelmed, unloved, unappreciated, worried, afraid, or just so weary, where do you go to find comfort? Well, there are unhealthy ways people rely on to help them feel better, but these are only temporary and sometimes dangerous behaviors. The only source of true comfort is turning to God and His love for us. Jesus said to come to Him with our burdens. He will carry them for us. In Matthew 11:28, He said, "Come to me, all you who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." He always has our best interests at heart. He will never harm us. Greg Dennison, in his podcast, said, "His mercies are vast, powerful, and real. His love has the ability to completely overwhelm and satisfy every one of our needs. Everything He gives us satisfies, transforms, and leads us to abundant life." I once attended a visualization workshop, and at one point we were asked to close our eyes and picture Jesus sitting on a large stone next to a bubbling creek, or in a garden filled with fragrant and colorful flowers. He's calling us. We were to go and sit beside Him and visualize Him wrapping His arms around us as we poured out our grief, our doubts, our fears, and all that troubled us. Then we were to sit still and let His love just envelop us, bringing peace and comfort. As a chaplain, I would sometimes use that visualization with patients who were dealing with a lot of pain or worried about a surgery or diagnosis. And at times when I'm really upset about some situation in my life, I visualize Jesus walking with me or sitting beside me as I tell Him what's in my troubled heart. Feeling wrapped in Jesus' love is like being wrapped in my sister's blanket or Mrs. Mercer's quilt, or snuggling in my grandmother's arms as she rocked me. Isaiah 66:13 says, "As one whom his mother comforts, so I will comfort you." And in Psalms 91:4, "He will cover you with His feathers, and under His wings you will find refuge. His faithfulness will be your shield and rampart." Amen